Taylah, tell me about when you first started suffering with mental health issue.
When I first started suffering from mental health issues was probably around like 14, when I had anxiety and depression. I stopped going to school for I think 6 months. Yeah, it was really bad. I couldn't get out of bed. I wouldn't have a shower. I wouldn't do anything. I was literally physically, it got to the point where I put my alarm 2 hours before I'm supposed to get up just to convince myself to get up, and then I couldn't even get up anymore. And then I told my dad that, and he was like, that's crazy, tried to get me into a counsellor, and when he did put me in a counsellor, I ended up in Sydney Children's Hospital with severe depression, and I was put on things like they thought I was losing weight because I wasn't eating and had to take a drip and stuff like that. And it was very hard. It's like this feeling like you're in your bed the whole night not sleeping, and then you see the sun come up and you're like, oh, not this again, I can't deal with this. It's actual, you sweat and you get scared like something bad's going to happen, and then it starts and your day starts and you just can't handle it. You can't. So you think, I'm just going to stay in my bed until nighttime,
On one of your worst days, if you look back now and think, if I could have had anything through that period, was it a hug? Was it someone to say I love you? Was it someone to ask if you're okay? What do you think you were crying out for?
I think I just needed someone to tell me it's not always going to be like this. Even if even a counsellor told me that would have helped a lot. It's not permanent. You're gonna move forward and you're gonna have a good life. I think once it was just an interaction. I was in the park by myself and a stranger told me that, and that really stayed with me. This is just a little chapter of your life. You're gonna move forward, and there's gonna be so many other things, and this is just so small. You don't understand.
How important was that conversation?
Yeah, that was very big for me. I didn't even know this person, and I was able to talk to them, and they said that to me. But
changed your life.
Yeah, I'll never forget that. But that's all really I think I needed to hear.
Was there a stage when you were going through those tough periods where people were, didn't understand?
There's a stigma where there is no, almost no sympathy, for people who have mental illness. It's like they don't want to deal with it. It's like if you're physically sick, if you have cancer or something, there support groups there, and they feel for you, they say things. But if you say mental illness, it's something in their brain where it's oh, that's not actually really serious, that's just an excuse.
Do you think that's because sometimes you can't see what's happening inside? If somebody's suffering cancer and going through chemo, they might have lost their hair, or you might see them lose weight. But with mental illness, you mightn't see any change.
Yeah, you can't really see it. People function every day. They go to work, they have their families, and they have mental illness. Some people are undiagnosed. It's even worse. I think only the people that are closer to you can see it, and that's hard for teenagers these days because, well, there wasn't many things like hotlines and stuff a few years back, I think. Well, I wasn't aware. I wasn't brought to awareness of that.
Does your experience inspire you to want to help others?
Yeah, it does. I want to do something along the lines of what Kylie does, to help people. And Kylie was one of my support workers. She was the only one that I really connected to in that whole program of Flourish Australia, because she opened up to me and she told me that she's been in the dark times. She's overcome that. If I can do anything like that would, for a job, that would be great. Yeah.
If your son's sitting right where I am,
yeah,
and he is struggling with a mental illness, what would your advice be to him?
My advice to him would be what I told you, that person in the park told me, you're not always going to be there. It's not always going to be dark. You're going to move forward. You're going to have a beautiful life. You're going to do so many things, and remind him what he loves. You forget what you love. You lose your interest in everything. You forget what you like eating. I would just remind him of all the things. I would write down 100 million things that I love about him and make him read it. I'll do anything so that my son will be happy. I love him so much.
Well, you're a great advocate, that's for sure. I think you should take so much pride in the fact that you're willing to be open.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.
I really appreciate it.
Thank you very much.